All right, so this is kind of cool. I just got notified on my phone that someone is up at the roadside stand. I'm going to get into showing you that in a little bit here. What I wanted to do first is thank Reolink for sponsoring today's video. Reolink is one of the leaders in the surveillance industry when it comes to cameras and surveillance systems. I'm going to show you what they sent me here in a second. But first, one of the things that I get asked about all the time when it comes to the roadside stand and selling firewood at the end of my driveway is, what do I do about theft? And how do I handle, people taking firewood without paying for it? And while I'm not necessarily concerned or overly concerned with theft, I've only had a few instances over the past 5 years where people have taken a certain amount of wood but only paid for like half of it. But one of the leading things that helps me monitor and control what's going on at the roadside stand is knowing when someone is at the roadside stand. Normally what I do quite a bit is I will always just kind of do like a visual, like when I'm walking back to the house from being in the wood yard, I'll just look at it to see if I can see if there's any wood missing or if there's any wood that's been taken. And then what I do is I always go down there and get the money out of the pay box right away. I don't make the mistake of leaving cash in the pay box for very long. So let me show you here what I can see now on my phone. I can now access the camera and I'm actually able to zoom in, and you can see here, yes indeed, there is one slot of wood. One bin is missing from the roadside stand. So that's pretty cool that I can, from back here in the wood yard, get notified and then open up the camera and check on my phone what's happening up at the roadside stand. All right, so I moved inside to the office here because I wanted to show you on my laptop what it's like to access my cameras. And the other thing is we had a little rain come through. But the one thing with the Reolink cameras that's really cool is you can access it, like I mentioned, on your phone through their app. Also on my laptop, I can pull up the cameras and see what's going on. So when I'm working during the day, if somebody's out at the roadside stand, I can keep an eye on it, and I can also view it on my TV. And that's, like I mentioned earlier, the one thing with having something like a roadside stand is you want to be able to monitor what's going on there. So that's why I was really excited when Reolink sent down their cameras and their system. And when I unboxed it, the camera quality was great. Everything was there that you needed. I mean, all the components, all the cables, the wiring, even little templates to drill your holes to mount the cameras. Everything was included in the box. The other nice thing I like about their cameras is just the crystal clear image that you'll see here in a second. The camera's also a step up from what I had before. These cameras have built-in spotlights that you can activate. They also have an alarm that you can activate, and they also have two-way communication. So you can talk and communicate with someone, like say they're at your front door, all right through the camera. Installation, super easy. Putting up the cameras, not a problem at all. The one camera that is wireless, it runs off of a solar panel, which is also very nice. But that camera, you set it up, you scan a little QR code on your phone with the camera, and it just like connects, and everything was seamless. So there will be links down in the description to Reolink and some of the deals they got going on. Coming up July 10th through the 21st, they're going to be having some deals on Amazon, the Prime deals, and you can save like up to 48%. So check the links down in the description if you have any interest and want any more information. I'm just showing you here kind of on their website some of the different cameras that they offer. I have the PoE cameras and also a wireless camera. So I have the power over Ethernet cameras, and then I also have one of their wireless cameras that runs off of a solar panel. And the cool thing about some of their wireless cameras is you can get them with like a cell plan, so you don't even need internet, and you don't even need power. You can hook these cameras out. Like if you have a roadside stand away from your house, you can hook up the solar panel for the power, and then you can have like your cell plan for the data to tap in and view the camera and get the images and the video off of the camera. So they have stuff for all kinds of situations, and a lot of great cameras. So like it says right here on screen, all-in-one security solutions. They have cameras that have like a 180 view, which is really cool. And then here again, this is kind of like what I did. I kind of built my own system. So you can mix and match, put things together. And the cool thing with their app that is really nice is you get instant alerts. So you'll receive a notification anytime motion is detected from your cameras. And then with that, you can set up these zones of where you want to capture the motion from. And they also have like an AI detection. So it will tell you if it's like a vehicle, if it's a person, if it's a pet or an animal. The playback is super easy right through your phone, wherever you're at. And then you can even like schedule recording. So they give you all kinds of options, what you can do with your cameras and your camera system. The nice thing, again, with the playback is you can access this anywhere. So speaking of accessing the cameras, let me show you now the camera that I have, the wireless camera, the Argo Track 4K camera with zoom. And that's the key component, the zoom. Let me show you that now on the roadside stand. All right, so here we are looking at the roadside stand through the Argo Track 4K camera. And like I mentioned, it has zoom. So you can see on the right over here, this is the zoom part of the camera. I have it kind of zoomed in for a little closer image of the stand. And then over here is the full view from the camera. So if I go and select this camera now, I can actually zoom in even more than what it is right now. So if I zoom this all the way in, you'll see, and there it is. There is the shot of the roadside stand with full zoom from the corner of my house. And with my old camera, I was never able to get that close of an image and that clear of an image, just I didn't even have any zoom. And I will tell you that, yes, indeed, I can. If there is a car parked here, I am able to read the license plate. So it is very handy for checking what's going on and just capturing, what's happening at my roadside stand. If I zoom this back out a little bit, like I mentioned, I am also able to move the camera. So you can see there, I moved it over. If I need to, I can move it back. So there's just all kinds of these features with this Reolink camera that I didn't have before. So there you go. There is how I am now able to keep an eye on and track what's going on and monitor what's going on at my roadside stand. So if you have a roadside firewood stand, whether it's at the end of your driveway like mine, or if it's, a couple miles down the road or in another part of town, or heck, even in a different town, with Reolink cameras, you would be able to monitor and see and get notified when there is activity at those stands. So like I mentioned, check out the link below in the description. I want to thank Reolink for reaching out and sponsoring this video. It's something that is a huge benefit to be able to get notified and be aware of what's happening at your roadside stand 24/7. And with Reolink cameras and their surveillance camera systems, I am now able to do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.